Alright, the video feed should be up and running, so you can hear me that everything is working. Well, I don't know about you, but it feels like both of them are hiding something. Samantha definitely feels off, and Elliot seems a bit too nonchalant for my taste. I'm going to bring Samantha back in here in just a sec. I want to see if I can pry some more information out of her. But look, before we do that, we really need to think about how we want to approach this. I think that if I put some pressure on her, she'll crack for sure. But honestly, I'm conflicted. Part of me also feels that I should keep playing nice. I don't know, maybe a calm approach may get her to trust me and open up more. But then again, if this is all an act, she might see right through that bullshit and use it in her favor. Honestly, I don't know. It's hard to get an exact read on her. Why don't you do some reviewing? See if anything helps guide how we should move forward. Maybe you can get a better take on things. And listen, take all the time you want, okay? I don't care if these two are here all day and night. When you're ready, you give me a call and you let me know how you want to play this. I'll trust your judgment. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Hey. Okay, so you want to go with the nice and calm approach. Not a problem at all. Give me a sec, I'll get Samantha back in here and we'll get things back up and running. All right, bye. Well, that was a lot more than I was expecting. If she really is telling the truth, then I guess that clears up the one-way ticket. But that's only if she's telling the truth. Regardless, I'm having a hard time believing that she really forgot about that 11 p.m. breakthrough dose. I just can't see how someone would forget something like that, especially when they're under investigation. Honestly, it kind of makes me question everything she's been telling me. Now, if she is being honest, though, then the accident scenario is certainly possible. This is where I wish I were a mind reader. All right, well, moving forward, how do you want to play this with Elliot? I definitely feel he's hiding some things from me as well, and we still can't account for those 5 missing pills. I can tell him everything we just learned about Samantha's plans to leave him. See if he really has no clue about all this. I just wonder if him learning about Costa Rica will affect things negatively or positively. Because if Samantha's being honest about that trip, then it really has no relevance to this case, and we might get caught up in something that really isn't that important. Now, the other option is I do ask him about Costa Rica, but I don't reveal anything. I just see where he takes things when I ask him about it. Instead, use the time to mostly put some pressure on him being involved with the murder somehow. Really test him to see if he's got something to hide. I'm sure we'll learn something either way. So, this is where my trust lies with you. All right, look things over and let me know how you want me to proceed. All right, we'll talk soon. Hey. Okay, I like that approach. Yeah, let's put a little fire under his ass. Put some pressure on him, see if he's hiding his involvement in this whole thing. I like that. All right, let me go grab him, and we'll get things up and running in just a sec, okay? Okay, bye. Jordan, wow, he's a hard one to read. You think he really has no clue about Costa Rica? And what about him taking her pills? You buy that? I don't know. All right, I really don't think we're going to get anything more out of these two. We got to make a decision. If you feel that we have enough evidence, we can charge Samantha with the murder of her mom. As for Elliot being the sole person responsible, I'm not too sure we have enough evidence there. But if you still feel that he's hiding something, I can charge him. I'll try to find a way to justify it if that's the route you want to go. We could also charge both of them. I don't know, maybe they've been playing us all along and the two of them are actually in this together. Or maybe we simply don't have enough evidence to make a strong case. We got to let them both go. Take your time and look everything over, okay? This is a tough one, but I'm sure you'll make the right decision when you're ready. Just make sure you choose carefully, okay? If we make the wrong decision here, it's both our asses. All right, you give me a call when you're ready to wrap this up. Hey. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's charge Elliot. I think you might be onto something here. In fact, I have a little trick up my sleeve. All right, let me go grab him, and we'll get things up and running in just a sec. Okay? Bye.
This is a continuation with Elliot Jordan. The date is still Saturday, February 19th of 2022. So, Elliot, I've been thinking, right, about some of the things that you've said today, and I have to be honest, right? I'm having a very difficult time believing some of your statements. I am. You stated that you're the one, right, who's responsible for those 5 missing pills, right? You took the pills at Paulette, and you've been doing that regularly, right? Okay. So see, Elliot, right there is where I have a problem.
I don't understand why.
Well, because Elliot, that whole scenario, that seems way too convenient. Like, way too convenient.
Make it understand how it can come off as too convenient, but I mean, it's the truth.
It's the truth. Okay, well, that's good. That's a good thing, Elliot. See, what I want to do is I want to verify the accuracy of that statement. So I'm going to have a lab technician stop by and get a blood sample, and that way we can see, you know, if that Oxycontin is indeed in your system. And we're actually within the 6-week window, which is a good thing. And I'm realizing you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So Oxycontin, right? It stays in your system for up to 6 weeks, right? I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's 6 weeks. Did you know that? You didn't know that. Okay, well, whatever. It's 6 weeks, right? And based on your statement, right? You said today that you've been taking these pills regularly, and based on the date of Paulette's most recent prescription, we are absolutely right well within that 6-week period. Okay, which is good, right? Which is good because now we can verify whether or not you've been taking those pills.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't have to be forced to take a blood sample, and I don't even know why that would be necessary.
So you're partially right. Yeah. You're right. I don't, or I should say, I can't force you to take a blood test today. That is for sure. But I can absolutely get a warrant. Right. That I can do. Okay. And I can get that warrant expedited. Okay. Due to the nature of this case. Right. So yeah, I can get a blood test ASAP. Okay. So Elliot, you will provide a blood sample. Okay. It may not be today, but it'll absolutely be in the very immediate future. That is for sure. Elliot, you're giving me some hesitation here, some pushback. I don't understand. I'm just trying to verify something very simple. All right. I want you to really think about your actions here. Okay. Really think about how this is going to look to a jury. Right. You're giving me statements, right, telling me that you're the one taking Paulette's pills, and all I'm trying to do is verify that, right? That's all I'm trying to do. And here you are giving me pushback, right? You're giving me pushback and hesitation, maybe even possibly decline, something like that. Elliot, how does that look? That doesn't help your case. You know that. Elliot, look, I know that you did this. You did. All right? You did not take those pills. Okay? You know that. I know that. Right? You have been lying to me this whole time, Elliot. Now, see, the best thing that you can do, okay? The best thing that you can do is to confess. And I mean confess now. Okay? Because, look, I get those blood samples back, right? And I find out that you've been lying to me and that you don't have any Oxycontin in your system and you haven't been taking those pills, that's when shit gets ugly, Elliot. That's when it gets real ugly. And trust me, you do not want to go down that path, my friend. So what you need to do right now, you've got one option, and that's tell me the truth.
Yes. I did it. Paulette was in so much pain. Every day. And the conversations that she would have with me in the room. She wanted to die. She knew that Sam wouldn't help her with something like that, so she asked me, and I did it.
Okay. Okay, Elliot. Okay. Elliot, what I need you to do now is I need you to tell me exactly how you did this.
I followed Paulette's orders. I crushed up the 5 pills, I mixed them with her breakthrough dosage, and that's it. She wanted to go peacefully in her sleep.
And around what time do you think all of this occurred?
Just after 2 a.m.
Well, Elliot, look, man, I am sorry that you had to deal with something like that. I am. Unfortunately, Elliot, we still do have to take you into custody, okay? That's just what has to happen, all right? So, I need you to listen to me very carefully here, Elliot. I need you to put your hands out just like that, okay? I need you to lock your fingers, okay? Just like that, all right? Okay. And just keep yourself like that. Thank you, Elliot. All right. Okay, Elliot, I will be back with some officers who can escort you out properly, okay? I'll be right back, Elliot. He's totally fine.
Wow, that was a damn good bluff, huh? You know, I honestly have no clue how long OxyContin stays in your system. Whew. I gotta be honest, though, I do feel bad for Elliot. This whole thing's an absolute mess. I really hope a jury takes it easy on him. All right, it's out of our hands now, though, right? Hey, thank you. All right, you deserve a lot of credit. I'm impressed. I seriously couldn't have done this without your help. Why don't you go take a break, okay? This case, it's officially closed. Great job. All right, I'll take care of all the paperwork. Till next time. All right, cheers.